Yes, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to another live phone in. Welcome to final of the Premier League season. Aston Villa 2, Chelsea 1. We played like absolute trash for 90 minutes, but we have crawled into the top four at Leicester City's expense again. We were absolutely shocking in the attack, absolutely offered nothing in midfield. I thought Kovacic was absolutely rusty today. Didn't offer anything. And to be honest, we should have had N'Golo Kante on the bench so we could have at least made a change at half time. But at least we can take the small positive that we had to rely on other clubs to do our job for us. And it was a really unlikely help from Tottenham at the end of it with a 4-2 win over Leicester City, who outbottled us today after taking the lead twice and dropping it twice. But we are in the top four, even though we didn't play like a team that deserved to be. We're in the top four. We struggled for long periods. Going forward, we were exactly the same way as we always were. Timo Werner struggled against a low block, and all we did was pass the flanks and try and cross it into Werner and Pulisic and Chilwell all game. Didn't make sense, but we were forced into that position. We weren't making any passes inside, and to be honest, with how far they had sat deep, it was really hard for us to create any opportunities for ourselves anyway. But we did not play like a side who wanted the top four, but we had the top four handed to us. So you know what? I will just take it for what it is. It's not the most positive results. It doesn't put me in the highest of confidences with the Champions League final coming up as well. But at the very least, we haven't bottled top four, and we're not going into the Champions League final with a massive amount of expectation and even more added pressure for the game. Big up everyone who's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button. Before we start the phone in, we'll just go to our
Yes,
guest.
guys, this video is sponsored by OneFootball. Check it out. The link is down in the description below. OneFootball is the most reliable app you can have for all footballing news regarding any team in Europe, be it club football, be it international football. The one place you can go for the most reliable football news is the OneFootball app. So, guys, check it out. The link is down in the description below. Check out all sorts of news regarding your favourite club. Check out the Transfer Indicator app on OneFootball to check out the reliability of it. But check out the OneFootball app, the most reliable app for your footballing news. It's down in the description below. Check it out, guys.
Yeah, guys, OneFootball app down in the description below. The greatest app for all your footballing news. You can pick your man of the match for Aston Villa Chelsea. It's definitely not going to be a Chelsea player, but you can make your choice in the OneFootball app. Check it out. It's down in the description below. We will get our first guests on. Big up, Joe. What are you saying, my G?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, no worries, man. It's just a shame we're not in a better mood. I mean, we should be because we just got into the top four by the skin of our teeth. But that's the problem. We did not make it easy for ourselves. We didn't even do our job ourselves. Leicester City had to throw it.
Yeah, fully. Man of the match is Gareth Bale, by the looks of it.
Literally.
Yeah, we did. It's quite bittersweet for us, really. Like, I'm not gutted because it didn't cost us anything. But when you think in the grand scheme of things, there's 90 minutes of football that was absolutely not good enough from start to finish. Really, I think the only saving grace really was probably the left side of the defence in Rudiger and Ben Chilwell. I think apart from that, there aren't too many positives to come from that game. If you're trying to single out the game itself, it's not a good performance in the slightest, I don't think.
Yeah, like I don't even want to single out players specifically for that performance. I thought as an entire team we were shocking. Only decent players, Chilwell going forward, Thiago Silva defensively, Aspi defensively, despite the red card. Other than that, no, Rudiger as well. I'll give him his props too. It was dead from us today. Going forward, we've said so many times about the problem with our attacking, and it just happened yet again today.
Yeah, big time, man. It was a shame because I was really rooting for, like, as the second I saw Timo Werner on the starting 11, I was really rooting for him to sort of pull it out of the bag today. And, unfortunately he didn't. Whether that is a mentality thing or whether that was just playing against the side that he necessarily maybe wouldn't have started if Kai Havertz was 100% fit. But, it would be wrong and harsh of us to single out just the attacking three who were poor today. But just as a team, poor performance. I can't really say, that far more cons than pros for 90 minutes of a full match today.
Yeah, definitely way more pros than cons. The only positive is that we're in the top four. Other than that, that game does not give me a lot of confidence to the Champions League final. I want to gauge your thoughts as well. We're about 6 days away from it. What's your thoughts, man?
I'm confident. I caught the tail end of your stream, sort of saying, Timo does he thrives against players like not players, sorry, against teams like Manchester City who do give you that space behind, which Aston Villa don't do. And full credit to not only Aston Villa but John Terry. He's so obviously had an influence on that defence because they've been fantastic all season, and he obviously has played a massive part in that. But I'm not confident, but I'm not nervous. I think the better team. I think the best team on the 29th of May is going to lift the trophy, and I think as long as there are no what's the word? As long as there's no
Hiccups.
Hiccups, harsh decisions, reasons for us to moan. I think whoever lifts the trophy rightfully deserves it. But I am looking forward to it, of course. But I'm not going to go in it thinking we're going to smack Manchester City 3-0 because that's not the Chelsea way. If we are going to win, it's going to be from 2-0 down, and we're going to go to penalties or something ridiculous.
Penalties probably going to be our only saving grace, especially if Kepa's looking like he's going to be in goal too.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts now with the Edouard Mendy injury as well, bro?
I'm gutted. I'm not as the channel has shown. I'm not a huge Kepa fan. Taking nothing. I mean, it was unfortunate for him today. The only time I saw him today was getting conceded against for a penalty. I literally didn't see him for the rest of the 45 minutes because it was all Chelsea, which begs the question: why on earth are we not finishing our chances? But from what I've seen, anyway, Tuchel taking him off was mostly precautionary. He obviously was a bit sore, but they're very confident to see him back for the Champions League final. And I hope he is, because he is without a doubt our first choice goalkeeper for a reason. And that is, he is calm, he's collected, he's far better on the ball than the other goalkeepers we've got. And I'm a lot more confident watching Chelsea play when he's between the sticks, whether that be Caballero or Kepa. This isn't me sort of pushing dirt on Kepa. This is just me stating that Edouard Mendy is without a doubt a better goalkeeper. And one of the reasons defensively we've been so strong, I think there's a lot of unseen things where he is very much the organizer of that back three. And I think he's done a fantastic job, and it was a fantastic find by Cech, I think.
Yeah, Mendy's had an amazing season, and it's a real shame for him if he has to miss the Champions League final as a result of this. If it is Kepa, though, how confident are you feeling? Or is it just a case of,
if we can block long-range shots defensively, I am confident, because I don't think Kepa's a poor goalkeeper, but there is a huge element of he is... I mean, I'm one to talk. I'm 5'6", for Christ's sake, but there's a massive thing, a 6'1" goalkeeper isn't going to reach shots that a 6'6" goalkeeper is going to reach.
Mm-hmm.
That is not judging his ability. That is just pure facts. If your arms are longer, you're going to save more shots. So if Kepa is in goal, there's no reason to be upset by that. But we just have to thinking.
Don't know what the hell happened there.
So I think that might have been me. But we have to play knowing that Kepa is in goal, and by that I mean we have to block long range shots, because that is his weakness, and that is what people know as his weakness. So we shouldn't be disgruntled if Kepa is in goal. We should just play like he is in goal, because Mendy's going to save 90% of the long shots that Kepa lets in. Kepa might get to the ground quicker than Mendy does. It sort of plays like that. But if you have got Kepa in goal, play to his strengths, block the long shots, and there's no reason why we shouldn't win. And Manchester City aren't exactly a long-range shot-taking type of
Unless you
team.
get De Bruyne space.
Yeah, unless you've got De Bruyne and you're playing Norwich and you're already like 2-3 nil up. But I think we're intelligent enough as a football club to not give someone like Kevin De Bruyne the space that he deserves.
Yeah, but as we saw in the FA Cup final, all it really takes is one off ball, and then that's the difference between both teams.
Yeah. What are your opinions on that? Do you want to see Reece keep his RCB role, or would you rather him wing back for the final? Because he's not performed poorly. I just think his strengths are in wing back territory more than strictly defensive.
Now, I feel like Werner starts up front. So to me, if Werner starts up front, why would we go for Why would we go for like wide crosses? We'd want to try and play more centrally. So that in mind, I'd want Azpilicueta as an extra defensive body.
Yeah, I think Champions League wise, I want Werner to start, but I want him on the left of the likes of Kai Havertz or Olivier Giroud. I don't want him playing in that number 9 role because that's not his type of play. Every single time I've been proven wrong by Timo Werner, it's on the left or right of the main striker. And of course, yes, he got the goal. He got the tap in against the Havertz chip. But that his movement did that, and you're not going to see another Chelsea player that does that type of movement. But he works better with a Kai Havertz or someone like that. If you make him the sole striker, you might as well not have him on the pitch because that's not where his quality lies.
I hear that. So with that in mind, what would your starting lineup be for the final then?
Mendy if he's fit. If not, Kepa, and we'll just do what we can. We'll build up. We'll block the long shots and things like that. I'd go Aspi, Silva, Rudy, back 3. But I am happy to swap Aspi for AC if he's fit enough. But experience-wise, I would lean more towards AC. Aspi, sorry. And then wing backs, I would go Reece and Chile. Not because I dislike him or I've got like an agenda towards him. I would bench Jorginho for this because I think for recent weeks he's been quite poor. He's been fantastic this season, but I think Kante and Kovacic, experience-wise and going up against the opposition we're going against, I would go Kovacic and Kante. And then front 3, I would do Havertz, Werner, Mount. Werner on the left, Mount on the right. And Havertz being the main man. With the height, and he's proven it before. People say he had a poor game against Arsenal. Yes, he should have buried that chance. But he was unlucky. He still performed well. And he's the only person that gets up for headers for crosses. So if we don't start him, there's a massive opportunity missed if we don't.
All right, cool. Joe, any other final thoughts, bro?
No, man. Just thank you to you personally and just everyone for making me feel welcome on the channel. And I'm really excited to be here next season. So thank you, guys. Cheers.
Yeah, big up yourself, man. Thank you for jumping on. Take care of yourself, bro. Love. Again, guys, if you all want to get involved as well, join the Patreon. The link is only down in the description below. Join the Patreon and get involved and have your say on the game too. We will get our next guest. Yes, Fata, what are you saying, bro?
I can't lie, it's a bit sticky one still. Probably the hardest thing I'm gonna say, probably since the Real Madrid first leg. I do have some explanation to tell lots of people about my client and all that, but he has been the story of our season, and it's just like we need many clean sheets to overcome a lack of our composure and position. And looks up from today, we can see 2 goals out of nothing, mostly set pieces, and we made ourselves really hard to come back. And fortunately, we're lucky Tottenham did the job today. And personally, like we came here to win and put any doubts to the side, but unfortunately today it wasn't possible. Like we were in the tough position to get a top 4, and if we lost, and that was possible, that's because of our, other guys that put in the performance in that. And I just feel like a loss today, it never feels good. But if you look at the positive side, we can take a lot of satisfaction because we reached the objective and, keep it positive about ourselves. We're still a young team, don't get me wrong. And players fighting for their first trophies next week. And yeah, looking forward to the Porto, innit, with the full confidence in our head.
Bro, that Porto game, that game in Porto, that could either be magical or it could be a fucking embarrassment from start to finish.
Yeah, here's the problem. Yeah, if you're saying about the story of our season, yeah, like again, if you wanna let me to dissect into the Timo Werner's performance today, like it's the same old thing that like we create chances, but the likes of Werner and Mason Mount were at the heart of Chelsea chances in that first half. And before even Villa took the lead from that diabolical defensive organization at the back, though, could have been easily like 2-0 up. It's been literally a regular occurrence under Thomas Tuchel since he joined the club. And we could have been like sneaking there one win here and there. But still, we failed to finish our chances in the final third. That's our main issue, isn't it?
Biggest problem for us, man. We've been so iffy the last few games. In fact, our finishing going forward has been poor in general. I don't really blame Werner as much for this one because the game didn't suit him. I already said this man will not deal well against low blocks, so you have to deal with that as they come. It should have been Havertz that started, but with the injury, I understand it.
Yeah,
Giroud don't fit our style of play. And you think Tammy's going to be any different with those headers? Come on now.
That's the thing. Like, do we really have any other options apart from the lineup and look at the bench that we got?
No,
not really, because we don't want to risk literally a week before our arguably the greatest match of our entire season since 2012. We don't want to risk Havertz and all that. And look what happened today. We nearly lost Mendy. We don't know how bad of a series it is, because when I saw the replay, he looked at, I think he was reaching the ball up high, and all of a sudden, like the gravity like speak for itself when he fall down and then hit the post by accident. But I just hope it isn't that serious as well. And second thing that people need to, to have a look on, and the fact that we're still lacking of real leaders in our team. Yeah, you knew prior to kickoff, we knew we have to score against Villa. However, with Tuchel's side, we had to go out on the pitch and we had to get that all 3 points. And as soon as Chelsea went a goal down, there's no one to pick the team up and make them work to get back into the game. The only leader that maybe you could consider, maybe Aspie, he got red card in the end, late in the second half, and with the Champions League final to come, it doesn't bite really well into our team, and that there's no leaders in the dressing room to help get the side through adversity. That's the main issue. And mentality-wise, we've been spoken like this is not the this season mentality. It's over the years since John Terry's left. We haven't got that backbone back ever since he left. We haven't got that sort of backbone that could identify this team and could take this team in the longer term. And yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, if you look back on this day, look at last season as well. We finished literally last season 66 points. This season 67 points. Don't forget, we spent over 250 million pounds last summer. Is that called improvement? I don't think so. It's just papering over the cracks, unfortunately. And I'm really a little bit worried about not only like for the Champions League final, but also in the longer term, the mentality wise on this team, But let's see how it goes,
I imagine if we win the Champions League.
That's the biggest fuckery that we could ever imagine, but pray and hope.
I really hope so, man. Also, because now my travel's actually been confirmed on my life. If we lose, I don't want to hear it.
Good luck with that if you got travel. But fucking hell, man. It's just I did text you about the travel thing, but you know how it goes, man. I just feel it's like I wish we could have been in there to give the team a bit of energy. Maybe there's a bit of I don't want to rely on fans a lot, but I feel that the game on Tuesday kind of think like a bit of papering over the cracks. I think the game on Tuesday, yeah, we have fans back there, but all of a sudden, like we play in someone's ground with a lot of fans there, like we look panicked at times, and that's what happened today. And I just think we just overthink too much on the top four race, and we just too naive of ourselves, not believing in ourselves that we could finish the job, unfortunately. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to the backlash after this, and maybe tomorrow's morning what Tuchel's going to be talking about in terms of the preparation for the Champions League final, and also probably your backlash as well. Like a lot of people are going to go at Mason Mount, scapegoat this, scapegoat that. I just think you cannot scapegoat anyone in this today performance. Like individually, I mean, everyone has to be at fault today. I think the only player that could look back on a positive thought probably Ben Chilwell. But I'm just glad the season is ending, and top four Champions League football next season, and that's our literally our insurance policy secure at least.
I'm happy. I'm happy regardless. All right. Any other final thoughts, bro?
I'm just looking forward to the backlash. I think backlash from this performance, like the preparation, all that, like what Tuchel gonna do against Guardiola's side, and how serious Kante's injury is, and we'll just have to pray and see, like, because I feel we deeply miss Kante. And if you look at the analysis against Leicester, he was forced to take N'Golo Kante as a precaution, and I understand he wants to keep him fresh with the Champions League final, but however, the presence against Aston Villa was deeply missed today. I can't lie, even though like we've been scapegoating a lot about Jorginho and Mateo Kovacic, because I thought, not only Jorginho but Kovacic also had a poor performance today, even though he has come back from the injury. But unfortunately, they could not help the defense out, and were reluctant to put in a shift when the defense so desperately needed. So, yeah, look at just want to refresh our mind this week, just forget about today, and just let's refresh ourselves. And then we got Champions League final coming up. You never know what type of Chelsea team might turn up, But yeah, let's see how it goes.
Yeah, big up Blues, bro. Just saying, Farah is calm, collected, and sound always. Was my first guest on this channel. I'm so glad it was. Mad respect. Big up yourself, bro, man. Thank you for jumping on. Yeah. You take care of yourself, my G.
Yeah, I'll see you in the backlash tomorrow, but yeah, in a bit.
Backlash?
Deeply review like today, you know what I mean?
Oh, so sorry. I thought you was thinking, is there another pay-per-view? What the fuck? All right,
No,
bless, bro. Take care, man. Love. Again, guys, if you don't want to get involved, join the Patreon just down in the description below and get involved and have your say on the game today, bro. Yes, Karan, what are you saying, man?
Hey, Lewis. I was not very pleased with that performance, man. I mean, especially in preparation for the Champions League final, I thought we were pretty bad today. Personally, I think Tuchel should stop experimenting with playing Reece James as one of the centre backs. He should rather have him play as one of the wing backs. And I hope, after seeing the last few games, I hope he has realized the fact that Reece James is much better when it comes to attacking down the flank versus Azpilicueta. So I hope he sticks with that. Apart from that, this game didn't give me any sort of confidence going into the Champions League final. Looking at how City played today when they had nothing to play for, they still smashed five past Everton. We had to rely on from teams like Spurs.
Everton were way worse, in my opinion.
Agreed, but why should we be relying on teams like Spurs to help us out? I thought that's not how we are. We are not Arsenal or anybody over here that we have to expect favors from other teams. The players should be up for this game, and I agree with some of the people saying that we need leaders in the team. I mean, back in 2012, Chelsea had Ashley Cole, Drogba, Terry, Lampard, Czech. That's like 5 starting players were like absolute leaders. They would grab the game by the scruff of the neck when something went down. I didn't see anything today after we went a goal down. It was so annoying to see that, man. I mean, why isn't anybody like just fucking rile the team up? Let's get moving. It seemed that I think the Aston Villa crowd scared the players off. Did they get so scared, intimidated by the crowd over there after they conceded a goal? And
I think the crowd was definitely a factor in the result today.
these are professional players. They should be used to it. Even if you're a year out without having fans, I mean, you have been playing with fans for the last 5-10 years.
That's the thing. A year without it, you're not used to it.
Man, at that level, I would expect them to.
I would if they regularly face crowds, but they haven't.
Still not an excuse, man. I mean, I would still expect these guys to.
It's not definitely not an excuse. I think it's just a reason behind it as well. But regardless, we were poor anyway.
Absolutely, it's just appalling. And what was Werner doing for that first goal, man? It was as if Sub-Zero froze him to the turf. He didn't even move. He saw Bertrand go next to him, and boom, goal.
I thought that was more Aspi, to be honest.
It was Bertrand.
Like whoever it is, like he was completely left exposed. But I'm not sure if that was Werner. Let me have a look.
I thought Traore made the run right past Werner, and Werner saw him go ahead. And I think after he scored, Werner was like, "Oh shit, that should have been my man. I should have covered him."
Let me see. Yeah, no, that's not Werner. Because he runs into Werner's space. There should be someone that tracks Traore from that.
Alright, man, it was still horrible defending.
Yeah, it was horrible. Absolutely horrible defending. But I don't know who left him from the start. Like, the more I look at it, it's like you just left the guy completely unmarked in the box.
Werner was sort of covering him, and I think he just went past Werner. I think he made the run right beside Werner, and Werner saw him go.
Nah, I'm looking at it more. That's Aspi. That's on Aspi.
Okay. Regardless, that we shouldn't be conceding a goal. What did you think of the penalty? I thought it was a little soft. No?
Yeah, thank God someone else says that. Everyone's too busy scapegoating Jorginho for that.
I don't know. I have seen, man, with the way VAR has been this season, I've seen instances where such penalties have been given. I've seen instances where such penalties have not been given. It is so weird. It's so hard to make a conclusion. At the same time, there were quite a few handballs also. I think there were a couple handballs which I felt Chelsea should have got, because again, the way VAR has been and the way handball rule, which again God knows how the handball rule is implemented this season, there have been occasions where such handballs have been given, and again, it seemed that it didn't go in our favor. But then I'm still disappointed with this performance. Oh, what were your thoughts on it?
I'm high-key disappointed with the performance, and it's making the final look even worse.
Exactly. I mean, it gives me no hope for the final. It's so weird, man. We lost to Arsenal. We lost the FA Cup final. Then we bounce back in the Leicester game, and then we lose this again. It's been so inconsistent. In the last 4 games, we have lost thrice and won only once. What is happening? I mean, it's
actually so terrible the more you say it as well.
Exactly. The club,
the
team has no leaders, man.
There's one win in 5.
The team has no leaders. A Pep would be just sitting over there licking his lips, be like, okay, wow, like I literally have a good shot at beating these guys because they are absolutely down right now. The players really would need to show up on that day and show as if they care. I didn't even think the players cared to play today. They just didn't look bothered enough. Like, you go a goal down, come on. Like, and here's the thing, okay. It was not even the case like when we were attacking, we were just constantly crossing in the ball from the wide areas, like all the time. There was a lot of movement through the middle as well, where we were getting in the box, which is good to see. But then where is the final product then? Chelsea had about like 21 shots, 7 on target, and only just 1 goal. You converted 1 out of 7
Sounds like
shots on
Chelsea
target to goal.
Most games this season, to be honest.
Get Kane, man. I mean, Chelsea should do whatever it takes to get Kane, man. I'm not up for that experimentation of getting a foreign striker back into the team. It has never worked for the club, unless, of course, Diego Costa was one example and Drogba. But apart from those two, there have been so many flops that have come on the way. And for anybody who's saying, "Oh, Levy won't sell," Levy has a lot of debt on the Tottenham stadium. They don't have a manager. They don't have European footballer. I think they do. I think they got into the third division European competition. But who the hell wants to play that? There
Right,
is
it's
no
Spurs
scope
that
for
are in
that
the
team.
Conference League.
Yeah, but again, like, who wants to play that? But there's no scope for that team. And if anything, he needs money. They are in massive debt. I mean, I don't know, sell some players and fork the cash out to get Kane, because I'm not up for that Haaland or Lukaku experimentation. I know they are
For
great
me, it's
players. Both good
Lukaku.
strikers.
Haaland's the experimentation.
So yeah, I mean, even Lukaku, I know he has been successful in England, but I don't, man. It concerns me, man. A lack of finishing up front concerns me. If Jorginho, the guy who takes penalties, is our leading goal scorer this season, something needs to be
That's
done.
hilarious to me.
It absolutely is, and oh man, I'm so deflated for next week's final. I just hope we put up a fight. I don't
So do I,
want
man.
it to be
What
like.
lineup do you want to see for that game?
Hopefully Mendy starts. Any update on what his exact injury is? I hope it is not a serious injury. I don't know if it is one. I hope it is not. Do you have any updates on that? Did you hear anything?
Have to wait till tomorrow, I guess, or the day after.
Well, then let's see who starts as one of our goalkeepers, man. Get one of the kids from the academy, man. I want to see Kepa over there.
Yeah, nah, you and me both. I'm good.
But then, okay, I don't know who starts as keeper. Hopefully Mendy. Then in the back three, I don't want to see Reece James playing as a centre back. Aspie, Rudiger, and Silva. What's up with Christensen? Is he injured as well?
Nah, he was on the bench today.
Okay. So those for the back three. Reece James, Chilwell. Kovacic was he looked a little rusty, but that's expected, knowing that he came back from a pretty bad injury.
Yeah.
So hopefully Kante is fit. So Kante and Jorginho. And up front, I would go with Ziyech, Mount, and Havertz. I was so excited when Werner came in, but I've been so disappointed. I know everybody says that he has a lot of like goal and assist contributions, but it looks empty calories in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, it's good for the numbers, but then how significant?
Not really much else to it, is there?
So yeah, what would be your starting lineup?
Mendy, Azpilicueta, Christensen, Silva, and Rudiger as our back three. Chilwell left wing back. Jorginho, Kante, Werner. Actually, we'll go Havertz, Werner, and Mount. That's it for me. That's my starting 11.
Man, I'm not at all looking forward to next week's game. I think the only way Chelsea can win would be like, if Man City gets so excited and so overconfident, especially after winning the title today and like, celebrating so hard. Like, we're gonna whoop their ass, and then they don't show up on that day. But it looks very unlikely. I'm pretty sure Pep will prepare these guys very, very well. The only good thing, at least, that Chelsea has, is that we have a pretty good manager.
Damn right, man. Any other final thoughts, bro?
Let's hope we don't get our asses handed to us next Saturday.
Hopefully, man. Hope and pray. Karan, thank you for jumping on, bro. You take care of yourself.
Thanks for having me, Lewis. Appreciate
Love,
it, bro.
man. Love. Bless. Well, guys, we will go on to our final guest. But if you guys want to get involved and have your say as well, join the Patreon. That is down in the description below. Come on and have your say, and we'll be able to hear your thoughts as well. Who are we getting on next? Yes, Cyan. What are you saying, bro?
You saying, Lewis?
Use that BTEC Christian Pulisic you got on your screen. I think you know what? Say it with a straight face.
Mate. Right now, I just can't say anything with a straight face. There's nothing to say.
It was just poor.
Mate, it was a dead performance. I mean, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch that game, to be honest. That was so bad. That was awful. That was dreadful. From every corner of the game, that was awful. I mean, what are we doing for that first goal? I mean, we've been solid defensively all season, even from set pieces. But what are we doing? Why are we letting a man get free and them taking a short corner and then they're scoring? What are we doing? Seriously, I just can't believe that goal and the penalty. Don't get me wrong, it's a penalty, but in some
Do you think
situations,
it was a pen?
if you see it closely, like I did, I mean, I think I saw the.
I thought it looked so weak.
To be honest with you, some of those penalties haven't been given. Let's be real in the season, but if you look at it properly, he did kick on the side of his ankle, so it was just a gentle touch, but that's the refereeing for you in England, and that's the referees against Chelsea. I mean, I'm not moaning. Let's be real, but some of these penalties haven't been given, and some of the handballs today, mate. I'm telling you, like some of these handballs that weren't given again, with us, they're given usually. I've seen most games, and them type of handballs have been given for a penalty. So I'm not going to really let that dwell upon this. But the performance was absolutely diabolical. It was absolutely poor. I mean, letting Spurs decide our Champions League fate, absolutely, that's disgusting. That is disgusting. That's worse than Arsenal, getting Champions League football. So, absolutely, mate, I just felt absolutely gutted that we let a rival, decide our fate. Because if we had lost that game,
it could have been anything that turned it around. Leicester had top 4 in the palm of their hands, and they let it go.
I knew, to be honest with you, when this final game came about, I knew Leicester were going to bottle it because they always do. They did it last year. They did it last season.
No, I thought we can't rely on Tottenham for nothing.
Nah, to be honest with you, I mean, I actually thought, but I was confident that Tottenham will get a result. You know why? It's because of Kane. Because I said, you know what, this will be his final game. He's running for the Golden Boot. He wants to get more goals and probably leave Tottenham on a high. So probably they'll perform, and he'll perform just for them. But there you go. Fans make a difference. Fans make a difference. They've got 40,000 fans, all together in that stadium, but 10,000 made a difference today. And that's what made a difference on Tuesday against Leicester. Without fans,
the fans have that sort of factor.
Without fans,
when you're not used to it for so long,
these lower teams struggled this season without fans. Let's be real. If Villa had fans in most of their games this season, they wouldn't be where they are. So, but like I said, absolutely disgusting performance. These players, Tuchel's got to get into them. I'm telling you. Tomorrow he's got to, get them all on the training ground and tell them, you guys, are lucky that you're even in the Champions League next season. You're in the final, on Saturday next week. If you perform like that against City, we're going to get slapped. We're going to get absolutely demolished. And it won't be the result that we had at Etihad when under Sarri. It'll be worse than that. So these players need to, get their heads right now for the final because it's a huge game. It's a huge game. And I didn't want to go into that final deciding our Champions League fate for next season. Luckily, we don't have to do that now. But these players got to, react because that performance was disgusting. And you know what? Now they post on social media saying, we got Champions League football next season. It wasn't the result we wanted. We'll make up to the fans. Well, you're better in the final because those who are traveling there, like you, so they better put a performance. Because
see how they accepted my package as soon as the Mendy injury happened.
Well, good luck.
I was like, you bastards.
Well, good luck for the final, man. I'm just, but like I said, these players better perform for the fans that are there. Not only those fans who are at home watching, but those who came there, paid their tickets, not only flights, but for this game. And you know what? They better put a performance. If they don't, those players don't deserve to wear the Chelsea shirt. I'm sorry.
They don't. It's embarrassing.
Absolutely disgusting, man.
I hope so, man. What's your lineup for the Champions League final, by the way? I'm asking everyone.
Hopefully if Mendy's fit. I mean, that was a terrible fall, and I hope he recovers. And, but if not, then obviously we'll see Kepa in goal, which I won't be surprised with. And I won't be surprised if City go with long shots and do what Leicester did. So I'd probably say if Mendy's fit him, Back three, I'd probably say the same back three we had today, but obviously not Reece James there because I'm sorry, it's just not working out. Reece, you're wasting his talent. He's not a centre back. Figure it out. So put Aspie back in there. If Aspie, because you need that experience in that back line along with Thiago Silva there. Midfielder mate, Kante. There you go. Today we missed his intensity in that midfield to drive that team forward. Nothing was there. So if Kante is fit, hopefully he will be. Put Kante and Jorginho. I'm not going to scapegoat Kovacic today. He was rusty, coming off an injury. You know what? All right, one off. But yeah, Kante and Jorginho in the midfield. Up front, I'd probably start Havertz, Werner, and Mount, probably. I mean, there's nothing really else to say, to be honest. I mean, that's the only thing. I mean, as much as we got this firepower up front, there's no point of, we're not even neutralizing it. Let's be real. It's absolutely poor. So, yeah, man, that's my lineup for the final, and I just hope we get the result. I'm sorry, I just hope we get that result.
You and me both, man. I hope we get that as well. Zion, any other final thoughts, bro?
No, I'm just going to be watching that final, and hoping that the fans there, the players there, the manager, the coaching staff, they all get everything right, and at the end of the night, we pick up the trophy that we've been craving for the last 8 to 9 years and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, Lampard created this team at the start. Let's hope Tuchel can, keep his work alive and hopefully we'll win a Champions League trophy, man, at the end of it.
All right, cool, bro. Zion, thank you for jumping on, man. You take
Appreciate
care,
it, bro.
of yourself. Love, man. You have a good night. Yeah, next guest on. Yes, Stephen, what are you saying? Stephen, can you hear me, bro?
Oh, I'm on. Oh shit, I didn't even know.
What are you saying, bro?
Oh, what are you saying, man? Long time no speak, G.
Yeah, it's been a minute still. I wish we were in a better mood, but here we are again.
I know. Like these players in it, like I don't understand their mentality in it. It's like, why is that when we go into games here that we need to win, we never win them? You know what I mean? Like you look at the Arsenal game, like if we would have won that, we would have probably like sealed our top 4 in it. But then we lose that game, and it's like I'm not even happy because imagine like this year we only got top 4 because Tottenham won. That's the only reason why we got top 4. And big man saying, yeah, like next season, Tuchel's gotta get into the heads in it because like the problem we got here is that every time we play in the final third, we always look clueless. We're like so shit. We don't know like what to do. Passing, I don't know. It's always off. But I don't know, man. What do you think of the game?
I thought we were absolutely awful the further we went up the field.
Yeah, I know.
Against
That's what I'm
City, we
saying.
were good. Midfield, Kovacic was awful. Jorginho was just.
You know what?
bodied.
Yeah, Kovacic. Yeah, I'll let him off in it because like obviously he's came back from a month injury. I think I don't know how long it was, and obviously most of the time when I watch him play, he's always good. So I'll let him off today, and I hope next week he performs better. Jorginho. I don't really know if he played. Did he play well today? I didn't really watch Jorginho that much today. I didn't really see him do much.
On the ball, he weren't bad. It was
he
was struggling with 50-50s and shit.
Yeah.
Like they really roughed him up today.
Yeah, but you know, I'm gonna say our defense. I don't think it was that bad today. I just think like we just gave Aston Villa just 2 dumb goals. Like first of all, the first goal is like, who's picking up Traore? Like, who's marking him? And then the second one, a dumb penalty to concede. Like, we just lost our heads after the... honestly, man, the mentality is a problem, man. They just got to, like, come into games with a better mood every time. And honestly, if we play like this against... Actually, you know what, yeah? I don't think we'll beat Man City. Like, obviously, my brother's a Man City fan, innit? So, like... I said to him that after I saw today's performance, I'm just going to accept the defeat so that when we lose next week, I'll just accept it. I'll just already accept it. So I won't be disappointed. I don't think we'll beat Man City. I can't see that happening. I can't.
I
see
hear
us
what you're
beating Man
saying.
City.
But they said that in 2012 too.
True that, but we had a better team in 2012. Like we had leaders. We had like Lampard, Drogba.
See, that's it. I agree with leaders, but a better team.
A better team. I don't really know, to be honest. I don't know.
Like Czech and Drogba were on a madness at the end of
Yeah,
that
Drogba,
season.
Czech.
Lampard was good in the pivot, but as an overall team, we were way weaker than we were before.
True that, but do you think we'll beat Man City, who have won 2 trophies, and now Pep Guardiola has got a very good final in the final.
Done it before.
Yeah, I think he's only lost 1 final, and that was to Mourinho. I think, I don't know, but yeah, he's only lost 1 final, so that's another thing that scares me as well. Like, I don't see it being Man City, especially how we played against Aston Villa, Leicester, and Arsenal over the games. And I don't know, none of that performance, none of them convinced me that we're gonna win the Champions League. But honestly, I'm just happy we got top 4, but we only have it because of Tottenham, innit? That's it.
We only have it because we bottled our own job. But
exactly, man.
I'll take it at the very least. Like, not by any means necessary, and we literally meant any means necessary. We're now relying on Tottenham, but we're here.
But I can't lie. Next season, do you think we need a new striker?
Oh, hell yes. I want everything on the
definitely.
carpet now we have Champions League football confirmed.
Do you think we'll get him though? Because he's gonna be like a lot of money in it.
It's not even going to be that much, to be honest. I think we could get him for under a million. I mean, a million.
100 million though. He used to play for us, innit? Like, do you think we'll get an old Chelsea player for 100 mil?
Don't see why not. No, we can get him for less than 100 mil.
Less?
That's the way I see it. Yeah, apparently with Inter Milan's money problems, they're trying to sell Lukaku on the cheap. So I'm hearing 80, 90 million we could potentially get for him, and I think he's worth every penny personally.
Yeah, he is, because we need a striker. Yeah, that. Like, no offense to Werner, I like him, innit? Like, I like him. Yeah, obviously better than Morata. Like, better than Morata. Like, I like Werner because when he doesn't score, he still tries. But like, it's like we paid 50 mil for this guy because last season, like on the Lampard, we had a problem where when it comes to those moments, we never take those chances. We still have it today. So we need a striker that when it just comes to that moment, even if the striker's not playing well, when that moment comes, he takes his chances. Someone like that. Just someone who just take their chances most of the time because
Big up,
I'm bored of what's it called? I'm bored of us creating chances here and never scoring them. It actually vexes me, bro. I can't stand it, man.
I hear exactly what you're saying. Big up Karan as well, saying, do you think having a full stadium next season can help us challenge for the title next season, regardless of what happens next Saturday? All that will help us challenge for the title next season is a destroyer DM and a striker that can finish their chances. That's it. Other than that,
if we get them, I think we could challenge the title. We probably could.
Literally, that's what we need.
Yeah, if we can get them, decent players, then because Thomas Tuchel is a proven manager, so we'll challenge if we get the right players for the right price. But sorry, I know Chelsea fans are putting in the chat saying, this guy's not FIFA, but I don't see us being Man City next week, man. I don't see us being Man City next week. But it's okay, I've already accepted it, man.
I hear exactly what you're saying. I want to keep a bit more optimism, but I understand you not having optimism either. So big up yourself, man. Any other final thoughts, bro?
No, that's it, innit? Just thanks for inviting me, innit?
Anytime, man. Thank you for jumping on.
All right, thanks, Lewis. Cheers.
Take care, bro. Bless. Oh, what other comments do we get? I'm saying we need Kane and Kane alone. Bro, I don't even think Kane joins us. That's the difference. I would happily take Harry Kane. His last move for Spurs being saving us in the top 4 race. I just don't see it happening. Spurs wouldn't sell us anything to save their lives. We'll get our next guest on. Eli, what are you saying, bro?
Hey Lewis, how are you, man?
After the game, just
We were
only the
poor
best way
today
to
against
describe it,
Villa.
to be honest.
No, we were poor against Villa, but Tuchel came here and the Chelsea board told him to finish in the top four, and he finished in the top four. So you gotta say it's a success.
Just.
Overall, bigger picture, it's a success. The game,
Just.
we were very poor. We were, I don't want to say awful, but we can't score. The same problem every time.
Always
We
the
miss
same
chance
thing,
after
but
chance.
can't finish to save our lives.
That's the problem. And if we do that in the Champions League final, we miss three big chances against City. City are gonna go and score and win the game. Like against Villa, if we struggled, what are we gonna do against probably the best team in the world right now? That's the thing.
They are the best. I'm sure they said something very similar in Munich. That's the thing I keep running with.
Look, I'm with you. I'll always believe when Chelsea are playing, no matter who it is against this current City team or Brazil 70s, I don't know. I always believe we can win the game. But realistically, it's tough. It's very tough. And I want to talk about Kova, man. Kova was poor. Don't you think?
Yeah, but he was massively rusty today. But I wish we had Kante on the bench.
Yeah, but if Kova wasn't ready, well, just start Billy. Just start Gilmore. Like he
Yep, I
wasn't
agree
bad.
with you on that as well.
Yeah,
No, not Gilmore. Gilmore would have been overrun in midfield. Definitely would have been overrun.
but who would you start? That's the thing. Like you look, Kova today got the ball every time he loses it. Right? He fell on the ground easily. He almost got sent off. Talking about sending off. The hell, that wasn't a send off. That wasn't a red by Aspie.
Thank you. Someone else says that as well because it wasn't. It was so weak.
Look, he hit him in his face, but his hand is broken.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if my hand is broken right now, how can I hit you in the face with my broken hand? My hand will hurt me as hell. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think Aspie meant it.
Whether he meant it or not, last game of the season, I don't care too much.
Lewis, I don't know what Chelsea have done for me. I can never imagine celebrating Tottenham scoring. Like, I hate Tottenham, and I literally was celebrating when Harry Kane scored. Like, come on, that's not good enough. Like, it's the job done, but not good enough. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Is Mendy gonna be injured for the final?
I hope not. I really hope not.
Because my friend called me. He's a Chelsea fan, and I was telling him, like, if Kepa starts in goal against City, we're gonna lose the game.
If we give him any space to have a long shot, we will. Karan as well saying our chances for next Saturday depend on the fitness of Kante and Mendy.
100%.
Then we have a chance. However, without them, we will struggle. Completely agree with you.
I agree 100%. Especially, I want to say especially Kante, but Mendy is also very, very crucial. We need to score. We need to score. I don't know. I don't know, man. But top four.
Neither do I, man. But at least we're in the top four, I guess. That's the
Exactly.
small positive we can take out of the whole situation.
But I am a bit pissed how Liverpool somehow managed to finish above us. Like, Liverpool lost 6 games in a row at Anfield,
Mm-hmm.
and they still finished above us. Like, I don't know.
It's jarring.
Look,
So jarring.
Look, we need a striker in the summer. If we, as much as I like Kova, for example, as much as I like Werner, as much Havertz will develop. He's still young. He needs time.
Yeah.
Kova is very good, but he's not the level of De Bruyne.
Mm-hmm.
Werner is very good, but he's not the level of Mahrez or Foden. We need, if we want to challenge for the league, we need to sign Lukaku. I don't know who's a good city. Ndidi, maybe.
Like,
my friend wants
Bissouma,
Declan Rice.
Zakaria. Nah, not Rice. I've already said Rice, 80 million. I'd rather not.
My friend wants Kimmich, but it's very unrealistic.
I would talk about unrealistic with Rice, and I would say Kimmich, you must be mad.
Like, Kimmich is Bayern's Lam. He's never leaving. So, look, we need to strengthen that team. If we want to... If you tell me right now, Lewis, next season, are you happy with finishing in the top 4, or do you want to challenge for the league?
Sorry, what am I thinking? Of course, the league.
Okay. United are going to get better. Liverpool are going to get better.
Debatable.
City are going to get better. We need to strengthen in the summer.
Liverpool and United, I think, are heavily debatable. Because United could be stingy as hell and just miss out on everybody. Liverpool, they better be motivated because they weren't motivated to make transfers last season. They kind of packed themselves. So they could. City don't even really need to strengthen. But if they get another striker, if they get Kane, it's done.
That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. And I'm also hearing Gary Neville said that United might get Varane and Kane. Even if Man United get Mbappe, Ronaldo,
they want to really get
everyone,
both of our transfer targets. It is all long.
but even United will never win the league under Oli. I'm just saying.
If they do, they all have to give him props, and I don't even see that running.
If Oli wins the league before Tuchel does, I retire. Like, I don't watch football again. But no, I'm kidding. Look, let's see what happens on the 29th. Let's give it our all, like I always say. And let's accept that Man City are the better team, but we are always very good as underdogs, like in Munich, like in many other games.
Hear exactly what you're saying, man. Any other final thoughts, bro?
That's it, really. Just delighted that we finished in the top 4, but very disappointed in the game.
Hear what you're saying, bro. Let everyone know where they can find you.
Okay, I changed the name again because I'm trying to develop, right? It's Eli Nad. I'll write it down in the comments.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, man. Check out Eli's channel and safe for jumping on, bro. Much appreciated.
See you, Lewis.
Love, bro. Love. Yes, Rajiv. What are you saying, man?
Hello, Lewis. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. What are you telling me?
Not much, man. What are you saying?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. What's your thoughts on the game today?
1 second. Let me just get to my room. 1 minute, bro.
Yeah, no worries. Give you a minute. We'll go through a few of the comments while we're waiting for him. 3 defeats in 4 games. Chelsea are stumbling over the line, whereas City are running like a well-oiled machine. The Champions League final could get ugly. It could, but defensively, I'm not really that worried anyway. It's all about us going forward that I think the problem is. We have to take our chances or we'll put more pressure on the rest of the team. Who else are we saying? Zach says we need a world-class number 9 to challenge for the league next season. Timo will never be what he was in the Bundesliga for Chelsea in the Prem. See, I don't want to be the guy that says it because I want to believe in Timo as well. But he struggles with these low blocks, and we face like half the teams we face this season all do low blocks. So it's a bit of a sticky one still, but we'll get Rajiv in. He should be back now. Yes, bro. What are you saying?
Yeah, not much, man. What are you saying, Lewis?
Yeah, we all good. We all good. Talk to me, man. What's your thoughts on the game today?
I'll be honest with you, Lewis, right?
Check out Eli's channel right here.
Yeah, man. Will do, man. Hopefully I'll give him a shout out as well. All right, coming to this game, right? Lewis, I'll be honest with you, right? That has to be the worst performance ever. Ever. We're talking going back to Arsenal's game, going back to the final. That has to be the worst fucking performance ever. I'm going to start from the top. I'm going to start off with the striking. We need a number 9. I'm sorry. We need a number 9. I've said this million times, yeah? Millions of times. And I'm going to reiterate myself again to every Chelsea fan, right? Werner is not a number 9. We need to stop putting pressure on him to retake himself like a number 9, which is not his game. He is not a number 9. We are trying to treat him like he's another striker. And as much as I like Werner from the heart, I just do not see him as a striker. We need to stop comparing him to Morata. All these names from the past, because we spent so much money on the guy,
We need to treat him like a different sort of type of player. A player like a Pedro, like a player that's adding to the depth of our squad. We need to remember one thing, right? That team is going to be building around Havertz and Werner. As much as every Chelsea fan hates him or not, it's going to be built around him. It's going to be all around him where we add depth. So they ain't going to go anywhere. And if they do, they're going to cash out a lot of money to get rid of him. Or as much as useless he can be, that's just the way it is, unfortunately. And I'm just going to reiterate myself. We need a number 9. I'm going to be honest with you, mate. I'm going to tell that right in the end. So, going to the midfield. I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry, Lewis. And I've said this a few times. Jorginho is shit. Period. He's too slow. I've said this a million times. He does give the ball away. This game just reiterates why I do not just like Jorginho. I'm just not a fan of him. And again, when you play against Manchester United, Man City, any team that will just break you, you need to remember Aston Villa are no bugs, you know. They've got pretty good midfield, especially when you've got Grealish that's just in form now, and especially when he's knocking on Gareth's door for the Euros. I'm sorry, mate. You gotta just think he got some quality there in that team. And I'm sorry, Jorginho is just not there. I'm sorry. We need a defensive midfielder. We need a good holding midfielder. I don't care if we need to spend 200 million on one, right? I would pay so much money on a player to add our depth rather than buy no depth. You get me? You know that yourself. So we need to add depth in every department in that team. Now, defense, I can't really put too much blame on it. I'm sorry, but that is not a red card. Personally, I don't think it is. It's too soft. And second, the Azpilicueta, he's fucking one arm down. You can't put the finger on him and think, oh yeah, he just did that deliberately when he's one hand down. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Don't you think? How VAR, how bullshit it is, treating every player like it's robots. It's fucking bullshit, honestly. And it feels like to me, Werner, where he needs to improve on is his runs, not to be another Filippo Inzaghi, where you're just running into offside traps. It's a joke, absolute joke. Honestly, we're just every area in that team, it's just not there. I mean, I understand when Tuchel came in, we had a form in, and everyone's so hyped up about the team. We was having the hype that we may get somewhere, but I just don't see it. I just cannot see us competing against City. I don't. The only way we'll get City, compete with City, you like said Liverpool United, is if we keep adding depth to our squad. We need to stop being stingy. The owner needs to stop being stingy rather than think about the money. Just think about the fucking team for once, right? Honestly, she needs to look at that. Petr Cech buying his little right-hand side should see that and think, maybe there's something wrong in that team. Write it down. Get it towards what's she called, Marina Gravsky, and just get it going. Buy some players.
The whole team.
I think, no, honestly, Lewis, I just don't think we're good enough. Honestly, right? And honestly, if I was to say a good defensive midfielder or a holding midfielder, I don't care if it's Declan Rice. I don't care if it's Kimmich. I don't care if it's Carrasco. I don't care. As long as we are adding depth to our squad. Because right now, if we look at our squad compared to City, United, and don't just let United on mugs, United are getting better. Give it about another 2 years, they'll probably win the league at this rate. Honestly, right? If you look at our squad to them, they are far ahead of us. They're just far ahead of us. Honestly, right? It's mind-blowing. And coming to the game, I just felt we just didn't create enough. And we just didn't take our chances. You know, when we get the ball, right? We're just walking about like we're 1-0 up. You know, when you're 1-0 up or 2-0 up, you think you're going to slow the game down, right? You're going to slow the tempo down. To be fair, it's normal to do that. But you don't do that when you're not 1-0 up or when it's 0-0. We were just doing that. That's why I do not understand. That's so backwards. That's not good. That's not winning mentality. That's called big-headed mentality as far as I'm concerned. I'm sorry. We're not going to win the Champions League next week. No chance. You really think we're going to get to that final? We think we're going to go on the hell's high? No chance in hell. City are going to take that. I'm sorry. Whether it takes us to the penalties, whether it takes us a 0-0 draw, 1-1 draw, or if it's a draw, or if they'll beat us, right? We're not taking that Champions League. I'm sorry. We're just not good enough. And in terms of strike force, I don't care, mate. If it means cashing out on Haaland, Harry Kane, as much as we've got a rivalry with Tottenham, because we're a London side, right? I'll fucking cash out on Harry Kane. I would, and he's played Premier League. Why not? He's had his Premier League games. He's had experience there.
To us.
So yeah, why not, man? If not, just get Haaland. Lukaku is a funny one because I'm not being funny, but Lukaku for me.
Well, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know how you're looking at all three of them and you're saying Lukaku's the odd one out.
Lukaku, right, for me is there, yes, but I don't think in Europe he's all that. That's why I'm looking at Haaland and Kane.
Yeah, but look, fucking Haaland's only shown it in the Bundesliga.
The thing is, the thing is with Haaland, right? He may be showing in the Bundesliga, but you know how we have them games, right? Where we're not generating enough chances, and you may get a goal out of nowhere. That's where you need Haaland. He will get you a goal out of nowhere.
Because Erling Haaland's the type that you have to feed a chance to, especially when you're facing a low block.
And I think as you're saying that, it does make sense why obviously you need to feed it to him. But I think
but we're saying we don't make enough chances. We need someone that can make chances for themselves. That to me is Kane or Lukaku. But we can't get Kane, so just leaves Lukaku.
I think Lukaku, if you're going to get Lukaku right, we're just got to hope we get some goals in Europe, because I just don't see, because you have to remember, we are not just going to be playing Premier League, you've got Champions League as well, you've got other competitions as well. There's some rotation going on. And of course, you need to also remember that this is probably Giroud's last season.
Interchange. Like, you have Timo Werner for the high lines, and then you have not Erling Haaland, you have Lukaku for the low blocks.
Yeah. I think that obviously I was just going to say that next. Obviously, but from what I've experienced, for what we learned from this season is when you play Werner, right, he likes to play on the high line. Depending on, again, it just depends what team you play against as well. Like, for example, if you're going to play against Burnley, where you play a 4-4-2 low block, Werner is not your guy. You can play Havertz as your centre forward. Yes, you can, but you've got to hope the chances are created and taking them in. But going back to square one, we'll make chances, we'll have possession of the ball, but we have that final touch of the ball where we fuck up on. Big time. So that's something we need to work on. Otherwise, what's the point creating chances? Do you get me? Do you understand? But yeah, as you were saying, the interchange tactics play will play a drastic role on what type of striker we'll get. But never saying, all I'm going to say with Kane is never say never.
They play deep blocks in the Bundesliga. It's probably the most open league in the top 5. This is my point, bro.
Yeah, the thing is, Lewis, even though the Liga is different, right? You have to remember,
Lukaku is good for low blocks because they all called him. What did they call him? They called him a flat track bully at Manchester
Flat track
United.
wall bully,
because he only scored against the small clubs. What do the smaller teams all do? They sit deep. Exactly. So if he's only good against the small teams, he's good against low blocks. So thank you. Keep laughing, my G.
Oh yeah, of course. Lukaku, of course, you could reiterate, yes, but again, the question is though, do you really think? I mean, Inter Milan will let go of him. They will, obviously. They're in a bit of a financial crisis at the minute. Excuse me, but it depends. It depends how much we're getting for, innit? And again, as my point, I was saying, I don't give a fuck if we have to spend 200 million on a fucking striker. I don't care if we have to spend more than that. We need to add players to our squad. Our depth is just not big enough. This is why I am saying to Lewis, right? As much as I love to compete for the league next season, I cannot see us competing nowhere near just below third. We'll be looking for top 4 if we're not adding more depth to our squad. And I think our squad is just far, far years behind City and United's and your Liverpool's for competing for the league. I mean, that's just the honest truth. Depending on how Thomas Tuchel
said nonsense, Lewis. He's good against inferior players. Sorry, what's our attack done against inferior players then? Fucking idiot. Go for it, Rajiv.
Well, what's happened?
Oh no, I'm just going through a few of the comments, but go for it, man.
Oh yeah. I was just saying, like, we're just a bit behind them, obviously, on the of United and Liverpool and that, if we don't add depth to our squad. Because again, I don't give a fuck if people listen, Lewis. As a Chelsea fan, you'll probably get a bit of abuse from your other type of fans. You probably might get a bit of hit from other teams saying, "Oh, you're a plastic fan. Oh, you're a buyout team. You'll buy the league. Well, oh yeah, you like City." Well, I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck. You say that, yeah. End of the day, we've got our history's there with our club. You know what I'm saying? We've done it, right? But I'm not saying we can do it again. But again, right now as we speak, I can't see us winning it whatsoever, which is by the looks of it. But I just cannot see us like being up there just at the minute. Even in the next 3 years, I just cannot see us being there. And again, I mean, there's few things what we need to get to the bottom line to as well. From what I'm aware of, Emerson Bakayoko's going, so that's few of the dead book gone, like finito gone. Alonso might be going. Okay, so again, we need to add depth to our squad, more depth than we need. Now, for left back, I can't really think of one right now, apart from that left back from Ajax. I think it's Summa Yofiko is called. I think he's called. He might be 28, 29. Yeah. Again, he might not be. He won't. If anything, I don't think he'll be an expensive player to get hold of because he's old, isn't he? He's not that old, but he's getting to his point. He's nearly 30. But again, we need to buy him. I don't care if he's going to be at Chelsea for the 2-3 years. I don't care. We need to get squad in. We need a bit of depth in our squad. At the end of the day, we need depth. Our squad is just not good enough. I'm sorry. You can't keep playing Chilwell week in, week out. Chilwell week in, week out. And then you got Lonzo, who's just an absolute tank of a player he is, who can probably develop at some moments. And then all of a sudden, he's just back to square one. Alonso again, who is just dog rubbish and slow and lethargic, slow thought, and then just be same old. When you can just buy other players that you got in the market and then add them to our squad and then just use them as a backup. You know yourself, Lewis, Chilwell has got a fitness issue. And the last thing you want is getting that man injured. That's the last thing you want. Because he is probably our best left back. And we don't deserve that whatsoever. Right back, on the other hand, right back's a funny one. I'm planning this right now, yeah. Dave, as far as I'm concerned, he's probably got about 1 year or two left in the tank, and he's officially done. If we're not prepared enough to get hold of another right back before he hangs up his boots or something, I'm sorry. We're just back to square one again, where we won't buy a player, but we'll buy a player, but it's a panic buy. We can't do that. I'm sorry. This is why we are so behind. I can't remember the last time Man City United did a panic buy and they struggled. I honestly cannot remember the last time they did that. This is what I'm saying. We need to stop being some panic buys, plan ahead. If we plan ahead now, buy the players we need, in the first season, they might be shit. But as long as they're there, do you get me, Lewis? They're there to be in the squad. They're there so we need them. Do you get me? They might not be starting games. Few may start. Few not even bothered to start games. But it's just a matter of depth. If we don't have no depth, we're not competing. It's just simple as that. And in sense of basics, right?
Better depth in attack. That's the thing.
That's the thing as well. Attacking wise, again, I mean, as much as I love Mount, I just think our attack is just not up there, man. Honestly, just look at Man City, all right? If you give the ball to Foden, De Bruyne, Silva, Mahrez, I guarantee you put a bet on it that they'll create chances and you'll be like 2-3-0 up. I'll guarantee money on it any day of the week. You'll get your bets what it's worth and you will get your money. Because they'll get you goals. They'll create chances so you can get your goals. This is what I'm saying. We're not there. It's just bad. This is what I'm saying. We can be there, but we just can't because, well, the board has put us in this position in the first place. And I'm not being funny. Lewis, I know I'm very not negative. I know I'm negative at the minute. I'm not that optimistic. Yes, we got top four, but we can't. Lewis, you know this yourself. Last season or two, we won't be going up to other teams and say, "Oh yeah, can you do us a favor? Just win the team, win it, just win that game so we can get top four." I can't remember the last time we did that. If anything, I remember the time Liverpool had to do that. I remember the fucking time Tottenham were in the faces of doing that. I can't remember the last time we won that. Honestly, the last thing you want is we're turning into another Arsenal Tottenham. It's fucking
we're
stupid.
not. We're
I
not
don't know.
turning. We're not turning into an Arsenal.
I'm
Tottenham.
sorry, but if that happens, oh my god,
We're not
it's
turning
just
into an
coming back to
Arsenal.
square one.
We're fourth. We're fourth, and they're like seventh and ninth. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, but Lewis, be honest, mate. If you can't beat Arsenal, don't you think you're going to be a concern against Man City? Even though we did beat them.
because we've beaten Man City twice. We've beaten Real Madrid. We've beaten Porto. We've beaten Atletico twice. Like, come on, man.
Come on, Lewis. Be a bit realistic here.
You're saying be realistic, but you're saying we're turning into Arsenal or Tottenham.
Give it a few years, we probably will if we stay like this.
No, we won't. We spent 250 million on actual good players. It's just our attack's a bit wank.
Bag of wank, yeah. When it doesn't need to be a bag of wank.
Wank. Our defense is fine. Our goalkeeper's great. It's just our attack. It's not really as deep as you're making it out to be. I can't lie.
I think it could be, Lewis. I honestly can't. I can actually think it could be.
That's because we're losing, bro. Just chill. If I'm gonna be real with you, because you're saying a lot of wildness right now. I can't lie.
Wild cards, man. No, it's just we just got to remember we don't want to be the case where we have to do this last minute. Thomas Tuchel's form's going down, and then all of a sudden Thomas Tuchel gets sacked, and then we're on front to another manager, and the last thing you want is the Chelsea team is not good enough. And all I can hear in these pundits in the next few years, they're probably going back to the same thing they keep saying now is Chelsea, all they're doing is missing a number 9. If they had a number 9, they'd be a good team.
Right, but this is the thing, man. Right, how are we turning to Arsenal or Tottenham if we are literally just missing a number 9?
You look at Arsenal. I remember a time when Arsenal got Lacazette, Aubameyang, and they got Pepe, right? They cashed out in their front three, right? Just look at them now. Look at the mess they are turning into. Tottenham, I remember a time that spent 100 million on the players, right? I remember a time when they got rid of Bale, they got Eric Lamela, they got can't remember a few players on top of my head since then. But from then, obviously, they got bigger. They had your Dele Alli's who was getting even better. And then all of a sudden, there was so much hype around them players. As soon as the depth was there, they just thought, yeah, not up to there, no winning mentality. And that's another thing, Lewis, right? Another thing. Can you agree that we do not have that winning mentality as the big teams are? Like your City. If you tell City, go and get a result today.
It's a yes and no. Like,
this is right.
I see what you're saying in terms of the Arsenal game, but I mean, we literally just beat Real Madrid, beat Atletico Madrid home and away, beaten Liverpool, beaten Everton. Right, we've beaten a lot of strong teams this season.
That's where, again, I can't say yes or no there. But I'm being legit here. But again, if you're thinking about competing for the league, I can't see you as being up there just yet. This is what I was saying. It'll take a good few years' time till we can get to that stage. Otherwise, we're just going to be a team that's challenging for 3rd and 4th. And that's just me being nice and honest. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. We need to fix our mentality a bit. We need to go from that charity FC.
See, that I can agree
I'm fed up. And I'm fed up. And I'm absolutely fed up of charity FC. I am fucking fed up. You don't know how it frustrates me how you watch a team live in your TV or fucking to a game in the bridge and you just see this team going, oh yeah, it's yours. Come on, have it. Yeah. It's all yours. Open cards. Come on, you can have it. Yeah, and then we blew it. And then we're fighting for it, and then we blew it. And then we'll do anything in the game that just mess up the entire momentum of us when we play. That's where I can't be asked with charity FC. I do not want Chelsea to be a charity FC. Honestly, it just feels like every time I watch a Chelsea game, especially this happened under Lampard, by the way, even maybe in his first year, we slowly had a glimpse of charity FC, and then it happened in the second spell, and then he got sacked, didn't he? As I was saying, it just didn't felt right. It's just not right at all. When you're watching your team turning to charity FC, I don't want that. I want us to compete. We've spent, end of the day, Lewis, you know yourself, we spent 250 million for goodness sake, right? And as much as I love, I don't care how much we spend. We need at the end of the day. I don't want us to fucking play like how we were when we were at Lampard. Do you get me? I don't want that. I don't want it all. You know what I mean? And I'm just worried that we are gonna slowly enter that phase where we're still a progression team. And I think we have to some agree, to an extent, we're not up there yet. We're still a progression team. We're a young team, end of the day, right? You know what I mean? That's where I'm saying it's going to take a good few years till we can get there. Maybe we can kind of get there if we speed up the process by adding depth to the squad. Who knows? Might go all out this summer. Maybe. I don't know. But stuff like that can play a big role. And of course, we had no pre-season as well, which affected the whole team overall big time. Of course it did. Without pre-season, you know yourself.
Pre-season, neither did Tuchel. But this is why I'm saying I'm not that worried for next season. We just had to confirm Champions League football.
Look, I mean, as much as obviously we've got Champions League football, right? But I just didn't like the way we got Champions League football, which is unfortunate. Champions League football, right? I'm sorry, but someone said in the comments when I was watching Eunice, you probably know Eunice, Lewis, you probably know who I'm on about.
Yeah.
One of the comments I read was, we'll be Champions League football. My ass will be probably looking into the group stages. I'm like, you may be right though. Come on, if we play like this next season in the group stages, we'll be looking to qualify, get past the last 16.
I think you're heavy overreacting.
That's well, I read that comment on there, and I thought I don't want to read that one again. But again, you never know what a team turns into. They'll be good one day, and then the day after that,
yeah. But why do you think it's going to get worse?
I think honestly, if we don't add depth to our squad and we're just staying stale, the squad will feel like again teams will know how to play against us.
That's not what's going to happen, man.
I look again. I'm not that fully optimistic just yet, because again, I feel like Thomas Tuchel maybe in his 5-month spell has, I feel it's there, but not there. But I'm saying like I can't really say he's done a massive good job just yet, because he's still in his. Again, he's not been in Chelsea for a full season. If he was here in the full season, right, and he managed to do this, then I'll probably have questions. Then I'll probably feel like that. But I'm just saying, like 5 months, 6 months in the job, I can't really say he's done a good job, or I can't really have a say in how he's done in his first year. Do you get me?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's just for me, it's early days. Again, I guarantee, as I was saying, there will be points maybe this next season, right? We'll be a team, we'll do so well the first form of the half of the season, maybe, or mid-season, and then all for a sudden, the form just dips, and then we'll just going back to Charity FC again, where form just goes back and forth. When it comes to that point, you need to be consistent. Form. And again, consistency is key. Consistency. Again, I don't want us team to be a miniature Sarri where you win one game and then you lose the next game. Win one game and you lose the next game. Win one game, you lose the next game. And Spain Lampard, you win one game, and they lose 2 games and you win the game after that. I don't want us to just be win whenever we want. It doesn't work like that. Again, consistency is key. Without consistency, you're not going to get your form. And without that, you're not going to get your results. And that's where, and if you don't get that, you're not tacked to a winning mentality. This is what I'm saying. We need to fix that. Otherwise, I can't see us progressing. And I'm sorry, and Lewis, come to an agreement here. We've lost to Leicester, right? We may beat them in the league, but we lost to Leicester. We could probably potentially hand it. Honestly, by looking at that, we could probably hand the Champions League over to City.
Rajiv, any other final thoughts, bro?
I don't have much, Lewis, sorry. But again, thanks for getting me on. Anyway.
Yeah, no worries, Rajiv. You take care. We'll chat to you after the final, bro.
Yeah, man. Safe.
Bless, man. Bless. Yes, Tyrese, what are you saying, man?
Oh, that was a long one still, man.
Yeah, it is what it is, bro. But what's your thoughts, man?
Bro, that ain't fun.
Yeah, sorry about that. Go for it.
Bro, that ain't fucking good enough for Chelsea Football Club today. That wasn't good enough today, man. Not good enough.
No, I hear
Um,
that, but just don't say we're gonna be the next Spurs or
Yeah,
Arsenal.
yeah, like I just don't know like where he got this from. We're in the Champions League final. It's not like we just made fourth and we don't have anything to play for. We have a Champions League final like, in a week's time. Like it's just a bit overreacting. Right? That's why I don't really like reactionary fans like that. Like we just beat Real Madrid, guys. Like, we just beat Real Madrid and we lost to Aston Villa away. It's an awful poor performance which I'm about to get into, but come on, we're still a good team. We're not miles away from Man City. We're close to we beating City twice this season. We're pretty close to them. To me, in my opinion, next season we could go and push for it, but I'll get into that later. But let me just get into this this result because I know you've been streaming for hours and you probably need to go off. But bro, what was today, man? Like it's just shocking. It's not even like the individual mistakes that really pissed me off that much today. It's mentality, man. Like these players, some of these players that has a mentality that just, it's just so frustrating. And like, these are things that we won't really experience. So like when we had, you switch over to iPhone, Les?
What was that?
You switch over to iPhone, bro?
Yeah, man, had to.
You made the right choice,
About
man.
damn time, innit?
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, bro, today it's just like explain to me we need a striker, bro. Like, and I'm not even talking about no little Tom, Dick, or Harry striker. We need a top talisman. We need a Haaland. We need a Harry Kane. We need either one of two of those guys in this football club. Lukaku is a very frustrating player to watch, but he gets the goals. Even though I'm not a massive fan of Lukaku as a player, he will get the job done in this Chelsea team, bro. We're awful in the final third. We definitely need a forward. I don't know how we spent 200 mil to just finish 1 point better off than we did last season. And like, I was watching like Craig's videos like early on, and before the season started, like he was saying that we're gonna finish third, and like he's really only looking for improvement in points gap. We did improve because if you look at we're in a Champions League final, and it doesn't matter being in a Champions League final if you don't go and win it. Does today's performance lower my expectation of us going and win that Champions League final? No, it doesn't. Because it's a one-off game, it's a Champions League final. Everyone's going to hopefully be in for that to get the Champions League. And we do have some players in there that are good players, but we just need to unlock their full potential. And bro, to say that we're miles away from Man City when we're in a Champions League final with them is a bit way too far, man. That's a bit harsh to say. I know it's a frustrating game today, but we have an amazing owner to think that we can ever become Spurs or Arsenal. We have an amazing owner. I'll tell you what, if next season and we don't go and win something, you rest on assured Abramovich is going to just keep pumping beer money into this football club again. But, bro, today wasn't good enough. Like, I can't even pick up a performance apart from Thiago Silva, who I thought had a good game. Like, Kovacic, he looks like Kovacic looks like he just came back from injury. He wasn't terrible, but he should have been much better. Jorginho was awful. And that's the thing about Jorginho. Every single time we lose, Jorginho was awful for that mistake, I should say.
I'm about to send you a comp I just found on the timeline of Jorginho's individual performance, and I want to send that to you, Johnny, and everyone who told me he was poor, because I can't lie.
I'm not a fan of Jorginho, bro. Like, listen, I always say this, yeah. Like, when we go and buy players, like any team in this division, and we go and buy a player, like we always go and buy a player that has good talent, good quality. That's also suited to the Premier League in terms of physicality and speed. He can't run. He's weak. And we bought him to be some deep line playmaker that's going to break the lines like a Steph Fabregas, and he doesn't even do that often. Like, not all the time. Like Jorginho, I do think he's a quality footballer. Don't get me wrong. I do think he's a quality footballer. But for the Premier League and for the pace and intensity, with these teams that's going to press you a lot, like the Man Cities and Liverpools and even the Leeds, to an extent, all these other teams that are going to press you, to me, Jorginho, when teams are pressing us, he's just like he's so in. Sometimes he can beat the press, and then he's in this. And when he's underneath pressure, he's sometimes indecisive and just gives the ball away. But I could say that about most of our midfielders anyway. So, but the thing is, with Kante is like that. Like when he's pressed, he's indecisive sometimes, or sometimes he won't make the right pass, but he'll always get it back. Kovacic, he's press resistant, so I don't really have any problems with him when it comes to beating a press. But bro, Jorginho is just frustrating, and it's not like me scapegoating him or anything. Like, listen, he was bought for 50 mil. We didn't pay 30 mil for Jorginho. It was 50 million pounds. We bought him to Chelsea for 50 million pounds, and that is not what we pay 50 million pounds for. And it's fair to say he's been here for 3 years, and he's given us some good moments and everything, but it's not been good enough, man. Like, underneath Sarri in his first season, he was being shocking in some games. Then he had some very good games. The second season, last season, he actually had a good season last season. This season, he's actually having a good season. But these things that he has about him, these mistakes that he has in his game cost us games, bro. Like West Brom, he was poor. He and Zuma were the two, and Alonso were at fault for that West Brom defeat. The Arsenal game, Zuma and Kepa was at fault for that defeat. Against today, he was awful with that penalty decision, very rash decision. It's just frustrating, man, and that's the thing I don't like, when this guy is just constantly causing us mistakes over and over. And I'm not even scapegoating him today, because today the whole team wasn't good enough, especially in the final third, man. And today it shows to me we need to go and go and buy a top quality, expensive centre forward. And centre back, probably we need more leaders in this dressing room. Like, if we go and get Varane, perfect player to bring experience, won the World Cup, won Champions League 4 times, perfect for Chelsea. Brings that mentality, that winning experience mentality to Chelsea, along with Thiago Silva and Aspi. We have those three. If we go and get Verratti, he's won many trophies in France. He has that mentality as well. If we go and get Haaland now, Erling Haaland, he'll be the exception because he's not an experienced player, but he's a quality footballer, and he's going to be the best striker in the world without a doubt. But in my opinion, bro, today just wasn't good enough, and today it shows now to Roman and Marina that we got to get working fast. And if it's Harry Kane we're getting, go and get Harry Kane. If it's Haaland we're getting, go and get Haaland. Whatever it costs, we have a rich owner. He should go and get it. But we can't be a beggar and a choose at the same time. But we need, to me, the two most important positions that we need a midfielder that can sit, that is mobile enough, that can break the lines, like Cesc Fabregas, like that can at least sit and let Kante do his role by moving forward. Or we need that the perfect midfielder that I would love to come to Chelsea is Joshua Kimmich. He would be perfect for Chelsea. But we're not going to get him. We will never get Joshua Kimmich unless we go and spend bare bank on him. Frankie de Jong, he'll be a good option, but we're not going to get him either. So Marco Verratti, for me, is the best option that we have right now that's available. So he'll be perfect for us. But Lewis, it's not good enough, and it's not like declining my confidence that I have in the team with the Champions League final or anything, because it's a Champions League final. Anyone could do anything. Like, it's mad. I do still think we could win it, but it just has to do with who's better on the day. Like, we just saw Man City put 5 past a Carlo Ancelotti team, and we just struggled against Aston Villa. So usually in these sort of instances, the team that's firing, they usually tend to struggle, and the team that's not firing usually goes and get the result. So I don't care how we win that Champions League final. It could be the nastiest way possible. I just want that Champions League, man. Like, it's been a poor season in terms of our expectations with the money we spent. So we got to get the Champions League now, man, Lewis. It's just frustrating. But to me, we have a fantastic team. We just need like 1 or 2, 3 more players until we're a serious team that could challenge Man City. I still think that even was so early in the season, we could have challenged City. But
What?
I said that I thought even if Tuchel was here from the beginning of the season, I still think we could have maybe challenged Man City based on because he's a good coach.
Yeah, definitely. This is why I don't get people telling me we're turning into Arsenal. Like, what are you
Come
even
on.
on about, man?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's a lot.
it's a poor season in terms of the money we spent. Not a poor season. Like we've had a poor season. We've not had a poor season. However, we had a good season, but a poor season for the expectations we had because we spent 200 mil, and when you spend 200 mil, you're going to win the Premier League or the Champions League. So if we win the Champions League, it'll be perfect. So moving on to next season, I just hope that we could be like Central City and make it 6-6, man. Our 6th Premier League title.
Hopefully, man. We'll have to see what comes next season. Any other thoughts, bro?
Yeah, I just gonna say, yeah, this is the last game of the season. Big up to yourself, for allowing me to come on here and give my thoughts on this club that we love. Big up everyone here on the Blues fans, Chelsea fan TV channel. Big up Lewis, big up Sammy, big up everyone that's on the channel. And I hope you guys come bigger and better next season. Sometime when I do get to travel along, I hope I can link up for a game if we are allowed back into the stadiums next season, which we should. And I hope you guys are good. I know you guys are coming out of lockdown next month, so just best wishes and health to everyone, and just stay safe. And I'll hear from you next week on Saturday, and then next season you'll hear from me as much as you can. If you ever need anything,
bro, we got build up for the Champions League final. Let's go.
Yeah, bro, and you don't know, like just follow me out here on the Pundit Boxing on Instagram. We're gonna be launching our YouTube channel actually this summer, because it's the end of the season now. So we're gonna create the YouTube channel, and then I'll see if I could promote it as best as I can. And yeah, it's just in terms of just having the hope, and then we can make it 6-6 next season, like Central C, our 6th Premier League title, up the Chelsea into the Champions League final. Let's go.
Bless, man. You take care of yourself, bro. Love.
Yes, bro.
Love, man. Well, guys, this is the end of the final phone-in of the Premier League season. Just a shame it's not after a W. Let me know, you guys, all your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash the like and subscribe button if you guys haven't done so already. Big up everyone who's locked in. We are out for the last game of the season. We'll see you guys in Porto on Saturday for the Champions League final. Let's hope we get the W. As always, up the Chelsea.